I actually started doing a bit of snowball on this map as player 1. I don't know if it's correct though, or if the Tooth Fairy here is often just like very strong. That might just be better. The good thing about snowball though is that you can stand very far away from the stim pad and still threaten with it, which is pretty powerful. And you can also have the ability to go up and take this point if the opponent goes too slow. So it opens up some hard rush paths and stuff like that. And realistically, you are not going to be hitting things with snowball most of the time anyway. Just going to do it here just to show that you can also do that. I didn't really like it when I first saw it, but often you don't really care that much about the snowball on this map because you're not gonna be able to hit enemies with it from like the vault or anything. A lot of the time, at least, it's pretty hard to do. So this is just a good thing to do here a lot of the time. I actually kind of like having it for later on, not for like sniping, but for just having a fast phobie. But that's kind of a like thing where you have to consider what you want more. A fast opener that can maybe allow you to go aggressive, or a fast follow-up for the mid-game or something. Both are definitely viable paths. I think this is just good because you can go up here maybe. And also like sitting over here, being able to just go to the stim and hit enemies is kind of strong. As player 2, I pretty much always do like Evo with a 1 key though. And then I go into like Ginsting or Miss Muffet or something after. Something like that. I think is pretty good. Because Evo can like force himself up here and like take control of the stim pad and stuff a lot of the time. I have also tried Quagmire, but I'm not quite sure if that's a super good path. Oh, they are actually here. Oh, I thought they would go AFK here. Whoa, they are just putting it there? That is kind of questionable. And then not summoning anything else, apparently. They may have just forgotten doing so. But who knows? What I do know is I think I can... Actually, should I even go up there? Should probably put myself in a position where this can't use the flame. Just sit here, I guess. And then we just bring a hero or something. Hero seems pretty good here. Could also be a bit more greedy since they banged that many keys, but I think it's just good to get hero out. I don't think I've seen people just like take this like that before. Problem with that is you kind of have to go to the healing spa, which slows down the snowball a lot. They can't even take this up here, can they? No, they can't. So they're forced to go to the healing spa, which is rather annoying for them, I would imagine. What are they waiting to summon here? I don't think... Okay, they just gave up. I don't really know what they were doing. Maybe they had a bad internet connection or something, because that seemed kind of weird. They're just queuing up again, though. Withering Heights. I've been having a lot of very short games on this map. This is like the hard rush map in my opinion. I mean, it's not the hard rush map because there've been a couple where you just like kill people in like basically no turns, but it's very easy to hard rush on this map too. And some people are trying to like not hard rush here when they definitely should just like force the opponent to respond. This is a very good opener because if they try and go slow up here, like some people will grave digger and try to speedola my heart, I will just straight up go Morty and kill them in like 3 or 4 turns. And if they don't do that, I can go slow and bring like Hevos or Flyers or a lot of 1-keys or stuff like that and just take control of the points. Which isn't slow, but it's a slower kill, whatever you want to call it. Slower hard rush. So this map is like very much built for you to hard rush on, especially if you have Morty. Morty is really what's like insanely powerful here. Because you just like, you take the Morty and you fly directly over here, where it's very hard for the opponent to get to it, and it's pretty easy for you to defend, and you just hit the heart a bunch of times, and they're very quickly dead. So this is a kind of insane map for that. Also kind of like the spot turn 1, because you can take this point with it and hit the heart. You also get to defend this point up here, which is pretty nice. There are also some other decent openers. You can also just go snowball if you want to. I don't think that's great for hard rushing, but you can control the map with that if you want to go that path. You can also go for a creep with 2 1-keys, which I also think is pretty damn good. Or you could even just go for like 3 1-keys into a clip toe. That's also pretty strong. You definitely want to look towards like hitting the opponent's heart though. Also, why are none of my opponents playing the game? Can we log in? It's a bit annoying. Guess I'll just do this. Doesn't really matter if they're not here, but whatever. I love maps like this. It's so weird. Just having eyes looking at stuff. Floating in like nothingness. These down here are not even looking at us. I don't know what they're looking at. The ones like further down, they're just looking at the pillar, I guess. It's kind of weird. Definitely like the more creative maps though. It does a lot for the game to have like stuff like this in the background. It sets a like very specific theme, which is nice. Also, it doesn't look like they are here. It doesn't look like they actually disconnected either, actually. Unless this just runs out and disconnects them now, which it might. Well, it looks like they are disconnected. May just be that they did the whole quit the game before it begins thing, which a lot of players are doing. Well, let's try again. 3rd time's the charm, I hope. Okay, we have this map. I think I'm just going for the classic Grave Digger here. With a tickles. Can also be a cowbell, depending on how confident you are in your levels. I just find the tickles is more safe. You don't want the opponent to be like level 22 and just one hit your one key. That would be rather sad. Why are they walking up with that? Doesn't this just die if they walk up with that? Tickles is probably one of my favorite one keys. Though there are a lot of like kind of nice one keys. I think the newly deads or whatever are kind of cool, like thematically. And I also think that there are phobies like Cowbell and Bachelor, which are just kind of cute. So there's a lot of funny little one keys that you like for one reason or another. Oh, are they snowballing to the middle here? They might be. Looks that way. Which is perfectly fine. That's not something I mind. I mean, I don't think it's good, but I don't mind my opponent doing that on this map, even as a Gravedigger opener. Especially if they're not going for other phobies here too. It just ends up being like too slow to even kill a Tickles or something like that. Which is a little bit problematic for them. Where is the Leprechaun here? Gonna go Leprechaun. I really like early Leprechauns now. I think it's very good to go for Leprechauns early on, both on some large and also a lot of small maps. Locks the opponent out of a lot of different options that they would otherwise sometimes go for. Well, it doesn't lock them out, but it makes them less attractive, whatever you want to call it. Like, if I'm sitting with this in here, they already kind of want to go, maybe I shouldn't go Phantom down here. They can still try and go it up here, but it's kind of risky. Like, then if I bring a shovel and I maybe bring this up to it, it's kind of rough for them. So it zones like the opponent away from using a lot of the more annoying phobies, which is very nice. Are they putting a Ginsting here? I guess no. No, they aren't. I was kind of expecting them to put something here. Like maybe something that's hard to kill. Could be like a Haffy or something. Or they're going for Oopsie Baby. That's... I guess that's viable, but it's kind of a weird choice. That's rather interesting. I think I'm just going to bring this up here and then take the point. If only I could turn off this snowball, that would be very good, but I can't. Turning off this doesn't really do much, does it? I guess it kind of does something. For not in the next turn, but the turn after. Do I want to threaten this? I could try and threaten it. And just throw one of these in here. That's already pretty dangerous for them. Maybe we put something down here too. I mean, it's not dangerous, but like, it looks annoying for them. I could like go all out and really threaten this. Don't know if that's worth it though. I don't think it is, if I have to be honest. think it's better to just go for decent phobies instead of trying to do something weird like that. What do I want to bring in here then? Probably not a high cost phobie, but also not something without range. Should be a 3 key maybe. It could be this. Shovel early is not bad here. It's probably fine. And then we want a 1 key up here. Oh, that's too late. I could have thrown like a razor mouth up here, but it's probably fine without. Just be to protect from their tickles taking back this point up here. But if they do that, I can probably still kill it, so that's not a big deal, all things considered. They're obviously flaming it. Or burning it, whatever you want to call it. I wonder what else they go for here, though. Just a stabby to defend this? I could still go in on this if I really want to. Could also just walk back and be fine with this. I don't really think I have to go aggressive here, so I'm not going to. Don't think there's much point in that. You can just chill and bring some broken stuff like a tractor. Destroy this block. Maybe move this here. Could also be up here. Don't know what is better, to be honest. Might be better to put it here. It's not ever reaching an enemy here anyway, so I may as well just put it there. So they can't take with the tickles, ever. I don't want it like further in, because then they can poke me for free with the oopsie. Which would be kind of annoying. They have to move the snowball. Okay, they did. They're also bringing shovel. They're bringing it for poke purely though, I think. Most likely at least. Probably have to expend my pull on this, I think. Even though that's rather annoying to have to do. What can you do though? Probably just reclaiming this with the electric hat. I think I might go for like a dive strategy here. Go like double speedola into them. Feels kind of weird when I already have a tractor out though. Might be better to just bring like a hematic or a klepto. Or I could even blondie them. Blondie is actually very strong here. It just takes a lot of time to get to them. It's very good into the phobies they have though. These are all low power ones. I believe I have to do this, right? Does this kill? I think it does. That does. Then we just do this. Something like that. And then I can either bring Speedola or 6 key. Depending on what I want to... Or another 6 key instead of the Speedola. Depending on what I want to do. I think it's better to bring something other than Speedola. This is kind of weird to run into. Do I just use the Blondie though? Blondie is pretty good for this. Just, it takes a lot of time to arrive, but I already have an attractor and I have a shovel and I wait for the attractor cooldown anyway. So there's really no reason to not just bring this. Plus they just bank for 9 keys, so if they're banking for Akira, this will turn them off Akira. Or at least it should be turning them off Akira. If that was their plan. Which is pretty nice. Whoa, they're just walking up like that. I guess they... Can they even do that? Doesn't this die? I think this dies if they put it here. If I wanted to, at least. Only problem is I will probably lose another phobia from killing it. Unless I just, like, force them to kill something else, I guess. Okay, there's a Frosty. I guess that was the big thing they were saving for here. They still have the push also, so they could threaten my attractor next turn with the Frosty. Which might mean I have to go Snowball to kill the Stabby here. Or maybe I just move it down here. That's kind of weird doing too, though. Thing is, I can kill the Stabby pretty easily by doing this. Then shooting it and going Snowball. But I'm probably losing my Leprechaun from doing that, right? So is that even worth it? I don't know if this is worth it at all, to be honest. Maybe we just poke it. Something like this instead. Hit it a time or two. I don't think they will go forward with the Frosty here to freeze these. That would be a weird choice. Definitely want something with fire, but I believe I only really have Puff as a good option there. Can still go for another phobia here though. What do I want to go for? Could just bring this in, but that's a bit mech heavy when they have that. I think I'll bring this. Seems pretty good. Put this here maybe. To have a bit less lines. Next turn I'll bring Puff, I think. Just so that I have a fire phobia in here. They can also kill the attractor by pushing forward the Stabby and with the Snowball here, I think. But that's also kind of weird for them to do. Because they're losing 6 keys for a 6 key then. And they're placing themselves in, like, fighting. Oh, they don't even kill that. Never mind. I thought this would die. Oh, it does die. They didn't attack. I was like, it should be dying there. They have to freeze this turn. Are they freezing my Blondie? I would assume so. That is the best freeze they can do here, right? Because if they don't freeze, I can turn it off with the Leprechaun. Can also turn the bomb off. If I wish. I could also just kill the bomb with how they are putting it right here, right now. They have to put a phobia here. Otherwise I just walk up and kill it. Maybe I'm not going Puff here. Because I can just go for combat phobies instead. And that will be better. Oh, they're running away, so I can't undo the... or remove freeze from them. I don't think this is good for them, though. To be honest. Don't they lose way too much for this? Oh, I don't have the shove. I guess they don't lose this, but I can still just kill that. Like, is this really even good for them? They just lose that instantly. And then we kill this. We have no reason to turn any of these off, right? No. And we can't turn this off, obviously. Guess I still go Puff then, just put a Puff here. But then I can't kill this. It's a bit annoying. What can you do though? Guess I just hit this a couple times. And then we bring Puff in as the final thing. Guess this can actually just stay where it was before. Should be fine. They can obviously do a lot here, but like my Blondie is in the middle of their team, so they have to move away, otherwise they just end up losing phobies next turn. And I can even power them down if I want to. That's a bit unlucky for them, being unable to kill it that way. But didn't they want to freeze it anyway, though? Weren't they going... Or maybe they just wanted to hit this with the Rusty. It seems like a weird choice, though. Thing is, freezing this doesn't really do much because I just unfreeze it instantly. So, like, kind of what's the point? It's good to have a double attacking fire phobia. Would be even better if I had sizzles, I think. Or sizzle, whatever it's called. I think that is a stronger option most of the time, just because it's way cheaper. Which matters a lot. But they're just freezing that. Then their phobies just die. So that's not really effective either. Like, I just kill this if I want to. I can even unfreeze this next turn if I use Snowball. So I have to be careful with that too. Guess I just do something like this. That kills that. Do I want to debuff them? It's kind of weird to debuff them because I wanted to kill this. But debuffing them is also very powerful. Like, this is a gigantic debuff on them. And I can kill this also on top. Probably worth it. Do I want to turn any of these off? I probably want to turn the sheep off. Why not? And then we go for maybe 2 1 keys. No, just a 2 key, I think. Which 2 key, though? It have to be some very specific thing. Because they have to both be tanky and have some sort of value. Guess I can just go like K9000 down here, but that's kind of boring. I think I'll actually go for Gesundheit up here at the top, maybe? Or maybe at the bottom even. No, they're not gonna reach at the bottom. Don't think I can even reach anything with Gesundheit then. Guess I just do something kind of weird like Wiki up here. To move this away, so it can't stay. There's no point in hitting with this, since this dies on its own. I could have also killed the Oopsie Baby there, but then I wouldn't have gotten all of the debuffs on the other one, so I don't think that's really worth it. Although maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. It's like a giant debuff though. Probably removing like 2000 damage just on this one turn. They can't kill it. It would definitely have died if I didn't debuff, but then they wouldn't have had Oopsie Baby, so that would kind of have been a somewhat decent trade. Also, they can't really stay here with the Frosty. It will literally just die if they try and stay. Because I can, what's it called, unfreeze this. And just murder them. If that happens. I can still kill one of them also if I want to. Like I could go down here and kill the eel or something. Or even this. This would hit me for a lot if I killed that, but I could still do it. Actually, I can't kill that, can I? No, I can't. The Gravedigger doesn't reach. I can kill this though, the eel, if I want to. The good thing about killing the eel is I wouldn't even have to unfreeze this up here, which might be worth it. Question is just exactly how much damage they can still do to me if I do this. Actually not that much if I push myself down here, but I can't, right? No, I can't. I have to push myself onto the spar to get 2 hits in here. How much damage can they do to the blondie then? It's 800 from this. 1000 then. $2,800. This would kill it, right? Unless we block like this, maybe. I think it's barely alive if I do this. Maybe I'm wrong on the math, though. Well, we'll get to see in a second, I guess. Whether I'm wrong on the math or not. What should I bring into these? Probably just like a fighting phobia, right? Like a Minotaur. I think Minotaur is fine here. Could also have made it something faster, but this is fine. I think this barely lives. Maybe my math is wrong. I think my math is slightly wrong. This barely dies, actually, I think. But if they stay there and they hit this with everything, I can kill a lot of their phobies, so it's not that big a deal. They're going to lose a lot of their things from doing that. Doesn't it barely die? Maybe it doesn't. No, it doesn't die. Because they can't kill this. They can't get in here with the sheep. So it's actually very barely alive. So my math was correct at the beginning, but it's very close to dying. For some reason I thought for a second there they could get there with the sheep, but I already blocked it, so... Oh, they can kill it with that. They have keys left. Okay, it's 100% dead then. But, like I said before, they're going to lose a lot of phobies from doing this. Because this would not die. And my puff is back now. The sheep is just gone if they do this. Now they're going to run out of time if they don't watch out also. Oh, they power down this. Still has a decent chunk of power, actually. Even when they power it down. That's likely a bit of power down, actually. And then they just don't move the sheep near the wiki. Because this would heal with the attacks. Which the wiki obviously doesn't. I'm definitely hitting with this right here. I'm probably even line attacking for the extra small bit of damage. Can I kill this actually? If I just all-end it? I'm not going to anyway, but like... I think I could kill it, but I don't think I should. To be honest. Maybe I should be. Like, if I go in with all of these, doesn't it die? Is that really worth it, though? Oh, it doesn't fully die. We're obviously not doing that, and actually it does, because I can use the Gravedigger, right? This means that it just dies to the fire, barely, right? Maybe? Yeah, it does. Is that worth it? This doesn't have the freeze up right now, so I was thinking of killing this. But maybe this is just better to get it out of the way. And then we just hit the sheep. It's probably fine. They just kill the sheep here and do a big explosion on these two, I think, but should be fine. May have been better to just try and kill down here and deal some damage on the other ones, though. Because the Frosty isn't that big a deal as long as the freeze isn't up. But I would also be forced to kill it next turn if I didn't do it there. So, I guess maybe worth it. The Gravedigger shouldn't be a big threat to them right now, but apparently they still want to kill it. Oh, they want to get a triple poison, that's why they're doing this. I see. Question is whether I abandon one of my phobies here then to the poison. Probably abandon this shovel, to be honest. Certainly double hitting this though. Maybe I don't abandon the shovel, because I can do this and then it lives, right? For one turn. Or they have to spend a hit on it, whatever you want to like say. Oops. How much does this have? One hit from this. I kind of have to heal this. And this also kind of needs a heal on the following turn then. Which means the shovel heal doesn't do anything, but it's fine. I could also just heal... No, this is probably the best I can do. Could try and go all in. I don't know if I win that though. I probably do, but... I definitely also win if I just keep these phobies alive. Because I can remove this one's ability and I have panic points. So... And this can't fight half my phobies because it just dies to them. Like it will just lose straight up to this phobie. Bad thing is if I kill this, maybe they kill my leprechaun, but I guess I can just block the path by doing this. So that's not that big a deal. We just take both the healing spas and then they can't do anything. Don't even know if it has enough damage. Probably does have enough. No, it doesn't. Maybe it could have killed this though, in some way. Probably not. Now it certainly can't do anything though. It's just gone. Actually, don't I just kill them here? I think they die on the hard damage. Yeah, I think they do. Well, I at least got a game here after 2 people not playing. So that was decent. It's pretty hard to find games right now, I feel. I feel a lot of people just like surrender or are not playing at all. They're just like doing pretty much nothing. Like summoning phobies that just don't make sense or something like that.